I will say this. I think that if you take a look at the AI complex, once again, people keep thinking, when will NVIDIA move? When will NVIDIA move? Is NVIDIA's chart bad? I had someone ask me if NVIDIA's chart was bad last night. How's the chart, NVIDIA?
What'd you tell him there, Jim?
I said, I don't know. I think the company's doing a really good job. That often plays a role in the chart.
Yeah, Jim, yesterday, by the way, Russell year on year, 26.4%. Biggest annual gain in several years. It was Yardeni yesterday, Jim, who argued small caps not doing as well as mega caps, argues maybe this rate path is not going to be as dovish as some people think, or as the bond market thinks.
Well, look, Ed is absolutely right. That would be the conclusion you reach. What I think is happening is there are different things occurring at this very moment with some of the mags, not the others. I really feel like the Tesla's reaccelerating. I think that Amazon, if you go through the FedEx lines, you'll see that e-commerce is stronger than they thought. Stronger. That reads very well for Amazon. Remember, they're not clients, but Amazon, that is just a one-for-one tell, and I really like it. So I see some things that I really think are good. I think the Apple launch is going to be very, very effective. Tim Cook looked really good this morning. I always love the fact that people want selfies with him and he talks with them, but actually it's a remembrance that the company is absolutely loved. And then David, best for last, okay?
In a surprising turn of events, Nvidia, the formidable powerhouse behind GPUs, has managed to spark new interest and attention across the globe. Traditionally known for revolutionizing the gaming and PC markets, Nvidia has now struck gold in a sector that's both exciting and extraordinarily profitable: data center networking. The company is seeing unprecedented growth, and whispers from the industry hint that this could be the game changer Nvidia has been building towards. This leaves us to ponder: will Nvidia's next big leap propel it into an even higher echelon of global tech giants? Leading industry figures like Nvidia CFO Colette Kress have been making compelling statements, adding more fuel to the fire of growing curiosity and anticipation. With data center networking now a major business segment for Nvidia, alongside their AI-driven GPUs, one can't help but wonder, just how transformative will this shift be for Nvidia and its investors? The market appears to be recognizing Nvidia's unique value proposition, and the shift towards data center technologies seems anything but incidental. This marks an inflection point where strategic moves align perfectly with burgeoning global demands. Welcome back, everyone, to Investocracy.
But when it comes to AI, someone else dominates, and that is NVIDIA. My next guess is that even at this price, NVIDIA still a buy. Let's bring her in. Spear Invest founder and chief investment officer, Ivana Delvetska. So make the case. Why should I still like NVIDIA at these prices?
Well, Taylor, thanks for having me. We're at the very early innings of a major data infrastructure upgrade cycle. So we believe that there is going to be significant investment that will go into upgrading our current data centers to this accelerated computing technology. And we've really only seen the first generation of chips introduced so far. So what we believe will be happening is that there's going to be significant improvement from generation to generation. So as the Blackwell chip gets introduced later this year and next year, that's going to spur a significant step up in demand. So it's going to result in significant upside to earnings estimates.
Just imagine, NVIDIA's data center revenue rocketed to an impressive $22.6 billion in the second quarter of fiscal 2025, up 162% year over year. And long gone are the days when NVIDIA was synonymous only with gaming GPUs. Today, NVIDIA's data center GPUs are driving the majority of their revenue, making up 75% of the company's earnings. But that's not the biggest surprise. The company's foray into data center networking chips is performing spectacularly well, posing intriguing questions about what the future holds. Here's where it gets even juicier. NVIDIA sold $3.7 billion worth of networking chips just last quarter. If you're wondering whether that's substantial, let's break it down. That's double the revenue from the same quarter last year, clocking in at a 114% increase. With NVIDIA eyeing a jaw-dropping 37% share in the global data center networking market by the end of fiscal 2025, it seems they're on a bullet train, speeding past competitors in blazing style. The InfiniBand networking platform, NVIDIA's pride and joy, is already leading the pack in the realm of AI back-end networks. The demand for such technology is forecasted to skyrocket, with expectations of an $80 billion market share in just 5 years. Additionally, NVIDIA's foray into high-performance networking doesn't stop there. The launch of the Spectrum X platform is an audacious move aimed at revolutionizing Ethernet networking for AI applications. A quote from an Nvidia executive boasted about the platform's 1.6 times performance acceleration compared to traditional Ethernet, signaling Nvidia's deep commitment to staying at the technological forefront. Imagine Spectrum X gaining traction among hundreds of customers, as noted by CFO Colette Kress. Ethernet for AI revenue doubled sequentially, Kress revealed during the August earnings call. That's the kind of growth story investors dream about. Throw in some big names like CSPs, GPU cloud providers, and enterprises, and you get a cocktail too intoxicating to ignore. Such success points to the increasing adoption of Nvidia's networking solutions, making it clear that the company is setting new standards in the industry. But before we go any further, if you want to keep up with Nvidia's latest updates and keep up with the stock market's latest news, you can follow our Twitter account. We post multiple times daily about the biggest changes and catalysts in the market, so click the follow button if you don't want to miss the newest market updates.
It's interesting. Another analyst that I read, Dan Ives over at Wedbush, he says, think of NVIDIA as it's like 9 p.m. at a party that's going until 4 a.m., right? Like you're in the really early innings of this. One other thing, though, that he talks a lot about is how NVIDIA has such a big lead. They're 2 or 3 years ahead of everyone else. How far behind, though, is a company like AMD? Can they catch up? How long will it take them to really close that gap with, of course, the big leader that is NVIDIA?
Well, Taylor, the interesting thing about AMD is that they do have a similar technology and a similar chip. The question is, how do customers plug and play with that chip? So it's not as simple where NVIDIA has built a whole ecosystem around using their chips. With AMD, customers will need to do that on their own. So that's really the big difference. But we see over time AMD also entering the market and gaining pretty significant market share. It's just that you have a growing pie, so there is going to be a big opportunity for both players to capture.
Now here's a little fun. If Wall Street were a house of cards, Nvidia might just be the card everyone is placing their bets on. Back it up with projections, and it becomes clear why. Market research firm Dell'Oro Group predicts a 50% expansion in the data center switching market, heavily propelled by AI demands. This isn't just good news, it's a bonanza. Kress hinted at a multi-billion-dollar business emerging within the year thanks to Spectrum X. Data highlights that holding a nearly 40% market share in a booming sector can catapult Nvidia's networking revenue to $32 billion annually within 5 years. If that doesn't get an investor's heart racing, nothing will. With the entire AI chip market poised to grow to $311 billion by 2029, Nvidia's upward trajectory seems not only plausible, but inevitable. Clocking a 52% expected annual earnings growth over the next 5 years, Nvidia is looking like a sweet investment. Currently trading at 42 times forward earnings, the U.S. tech sector's average price-to-earnings ratio stands at 45. Nvidia is reasonably priced, a treasure trove awaiting discovery. With all these groundbreaking achievements and future prospects on the horizon, Nvidia stands as a beacon of innovation and growth. But before going any further, if you made it this far into the video, thank you. These videos take a lot of effort and time to make, so if you enjoyed them, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. This goes a long way in helping us grow. That said, back to the video.
Some of the things that I've read coming into earnings season, in the last couple earnings season, is trying to prove that AI has value, that companies are profitable, that they can return cash to shareholders, that they're able to monetize AI, that the proof is in the pudding. Are we there yet?
So I do think we're there yet, and the reason why people miss this is that the first wave of investments is still by companies that are currently leaders, like Meta, like Tesla, and they're really using AI to upgrade and maintain their current technology leadership position. We see companies like Google, for example, their business is under attack, right? The search business. So they're really going to have to invest significant dollars in this, even if they don't see the returns. Now, we're a few years away from seeing completely new applications for AI, which we expect to see, and chips like the Blackwell will enable those because we need significantly better compute power at a cheaper cost to be able to come up with new applications.
To sum it all up, NVIDIA's burgeoning position in the data center networking market offers some tantalizing prospects for investors. The company's incredible growth rates in both its AI-driven GPUs and its innovative networking chips pave the way for an even more dominant future in the tech landscape. If NVIDIA maintains its current market share, its networking revenue could soar to $32 billion annually in a few years. Add to that the booming AI chip market, and it becomes clear that investing in Nvidia could be a strategic masterstroke. So where does Nvidia's stock stand now? Positioned impressively within the market, it's trading at a reasonable rate given its immense potential. Analysts forecast an annual earnings increase of over 52% for the next 5 years, further cementing Nvidia's allure. It is an exciting moment to consider Nvidia as part of your investment portfolio. As Nvidia continues to innovate and disrupt various technological sectors, keeping a close eye on its progress could offer substantial rewards. But what are your thoughts on this evolving giant? Do you see Nvidia as the game changer in the data center networking space? Share your opinions and join the conversation. After all, the stock market is a stage, and every investor plays a part. And finally, if you would like to know what companies like Nvidia have been up to these past few days, go ahead and click on the next video on your screen. See you there.